Hey folks, it's Gerry Gittelson here with Metal Sludge, and we are really excited. We have an exclusive video interview in the home of Mr. Steven Adler. How are you, my friend?
Wonderful, Jerry. Thank you so much.
And his guitar player in Adler's Appetite, of course, Mr. Michael Thomas.
It's good to see you.
Not much room for any more ink. You're pretty well covered, my friend.
Running out of space.
Yeah. You know, it's great to be here. I know we've known each other for a long time, but I got to ask you, I know your singer has given word he has quit the band. Mr. Stitch is no longer around. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, my thoughts are, I think he went about it the wrong way, because I didn't even find out he quit the band from him. I found out from somebody else.
It was very strange. It was out of the blue. All of a sudden we got a text message saying check your email. And it was a short little paragraph saying that as of today I'll no longer be carrying out with the band. I want to concentrate on my other band, my original band, full time. So he decided that was where his priority was at, and that he was going to work on his original music and continue on with that.
And this whole thing sort of took you by surprise because you hadn't done anything wrong. There'd been no big fights or anything like that, correct?
Yeah, no, there's nothing, you know, if he wants to on his own way, that's fine. You know, another guitar player, he was just a hired hand. And basically, okay, I only want to say that. You know, right now we're still going on with our tours. Our tour starts May 5th. We have other singers that we've been talking to, even before he decided to quit. We were talking about other singers, and we wanted to get more of a solid guitar player because the one that we hired for the European tour wasn't as solid as we thought.
So yeah, we're just carrying on, moving forward. We working on some new music.
Nice and loud for the camera too, yeah.
Working on some new music. The tour starts May 5th. Steven's paperback push comes out in June.
My Appetite for Destruction, it'll be on paperback in July, I believe.
Now,
And
Steven,
it's out right now.
I got to ask you because I mean you are so closely associated with you know some good things and some bad things, obviously. You just finished your latest stint in Celebrity Rehab, and I have it on good authority. You actually made it all the way through the 21 days. Did a great job.
I made it through. And it was.
The last 21 days.
No, I was going to say. Whoever thought that rehab could actually be fun.
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoyed it. I had a great group. My group, you know, the people that were with me, my group was really great people. There was one or two bad apples throughout the whole, you know, the whole treatment plan. But it was an honor working with Dr. Drew and Bob Forrest and Miss Shelley. Again, you know, I wasn't there for any hard drugs. I was really there for marijuana and alcohol.
So no heroin.
So no heroin, no crack. That was on the last time I did heroin. Was when I did Celebrity Sober House in 2008.
See, a lot of people, that's sort of like the last time that you were on TV. It's the last thing that they remember. And
now I have, and I believe in June or July, the new season will start, and people will see that I came out of it a much better person, much healthier, and much smarter. I want more. I desire more. Like I did with my book, My Appetite for Destruction. When I came out, I read the whole thing. I built the fire in the fireplace right there. Want to show that fireplace? No. But anyways, I threw my book in there and I burned it because that was my past.
Oh.
And in my book, I don't blame anybody. I take full responsibility for everything that happened in my life. There's no, you know, bashing on anybody or putting anybody down. And it's an underdog story. You know, I'm here to prove to all the underdogs out there in the world that if you just give a little bit of effort, you can succeed and you can become a star.
Were you a little bit embarrassed about the way you behaved on television in the first ones?
Oh, of course. At the time, I didn't realize that, you know, one thing I learned from that is anybody out there who has somebody in their life that they care about and they love, and are an addict or an alcoholic, you have to videotape them when you're high or when you're drunk, and then show it to them the next day before they get high and drunk, and then they'll believe everything you say that they did.
Oh God!
I saw that, and I was like, that's what I look like. That's how I acted. That's how I saw, and I was ashamed of myself.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the same way how I'm looking in this video. Hey, I got to ask you though, like someone who's a serious singer that's thinking of joining your band, do you think that he would be a little bit concerned about, you know, your behavior and the fact that you've relapsed so many times?
No, you know what? Everybody in my band, I got Chips Enough, you know, on bass, Michael Thomas on guitar, and the new singer and new guitar player, we will, you know, introduce you within the next 2 weeks.
So who is it?
I don't want to say anything. If we
Well,
say
how
anything,
many different singers are competing right now?
Well,
Actually, it's quite a few.
Yeah.
It's funny, as soon as it went on the internet that that Rick was leaving the band, it was a flood of emails and responses came in, and it was overwhelming. You know, now we're weeding through all these people, and what we really want to do is give a chance to somebody who is a star to walk in the door and sing some of the most legendary rock and roll songs of all time. It's an incredible opportunity. So for us, we take it very seriously because we also have to live with this person and create and write with this person because, as you know, we've released some new songs recently, Alive, Fading, and Stardog, which are actually on iTunes. And so they're going to be singing not only the Gun stuff, but original material, and putting their stamp on this new stuff that we've been writing since we got home from our European tour last month. So there's so much going on. It's a crazy circus. And you know, we're just really excited about the opportunity of working with some new cats that can really come to the table and bring it. You know?
So this is going to be no issue at all. You think you're going to be better than you ever
Oh,
were?
if anybody who knows the history of this band knows that we've had lineup changes, and it's all been healthy steps forward. And this is just one more step in the process.
yeah, I agree. It's definitely just one more step forward. And it is a shame that the singer we were working with decided not to. You know, we're going into a studio, you know, in the next 3 weeks, which he's going to miss out on. And what he did to me personally, I didn't appreciate, was that we were planning on him being in the band. That's why we did the recordings with him. So basically, he wasted a lot of our time and a lot of our money. Or if he was going to do it that way, if he wasn't going to be a part of that, we would have thrown him out a long time ago. We would have never used him.
But you know, we respect the fact that if he wants to work on his original stuff, that's cool. Best of luck.
You respect the fact. I don't respect the fact. I think he's an asshole for doing it to me. He was doing it to us. But you know, God bless him all the same. But, you know,
So you never actually talked to him? Just
I haven't talked.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to him yet. Okay, that's what kind of person I'm dealing with.
How long was he in the band?
A year and a half.
You think that someone who's in the band for a year and a half?
I found out he was quitting the band, but somebody told me that he saw it on his Facebook.
Yeah, it went up on Facebook and the internet before we knew what was going on.
Yeah, I had no idea. So
Which is really strange.
You can take any story you want out of that. You can take it. But that's how it happened.
And it's disappointing in the fact that we have this 2-month summer tour coming up and so much great stuff on the table, and just had this incredible meeting with Jay Baumgartner, who you know has done Papa Roach and a number of great bands over at NRG last week. And yeah, it's a really good situation for the next guy coming in, and so that's why we're being very serious about the candidates we're looking at and kind of going over all the details.
I'm glad. And the next person that we work with is going to be, obviously, going to be a better singer and a better all-around person than what we're dealing with.
You know, I was thinking about it. You know, a lot of these former rockers have sort of become personalities and TV personalities, like Tommy Lee and Bret Michaels and
Bret Michaels,
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons is a star, the superstar. Bret Michaels is a superstar. Tommy Lee is just, he's famous because he's got a big, huge ring. Okay. Oh, he plays mean drummers too.
Yes,
but it's really because of the rig.
Hey, can you take me back? I wanted to ask you, you know, now that you've had so much perspective on it, when you first left Guns N' Roses, they were probably the biggest band in the world, or right there on the way. Can you talk a little bit about the feelings that you had when you were fired from the band?
I had bad feelings about them, but then as you read my book, I realized throughout, and unfortunately it took 20 years to realize, but then, and I thought that they let me down for 20 years, but then really I realized it wasn't me or them who let me down, but it was me who let them down. And, you know, I wish all that never would happen, and there's nothing, you know, much I can really say about it. I got my new band and I'm working with that.
And
I'm really excited about
what are your thoughts these days, this week, this month. What are your thoughts when you hear the song "Welcome to the Jungle"?
Oh, I thank God and my grandmother every day I hear it. I love that. I love the fact that I actually love my music. You know, a lot of fans don't listen to their own music. I listen to my own playing.
All right,
And just like in my book, when I'm reading my book, I think I know what's going to happen next. But when I'm reading, I go, God, what the hell am I going to do next?
You're really pushing. You're really pushing this book. This sounds like it's.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're really pushing the book. And Duff McKagan's got a book now coming out. Now, what do you think he says about you?
That's Dr. Love. Okay?
Yeah.
So I know he's got great stories because my eyes seen some of those stories.
Duff just actually joined us on stage about 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
In London,
Yeah,
which
it
was
was
amazing.
so great.
Feel
It was
good?
so great.
Yeah.
They came up, played My Michelle.
And it's sweet.
And it's
Now,
so
here's the
easy,
deal.
and it was so great.
When you guys get your band back together, we will reconvene and do something special because we're really looking forward to who your new singer and your second guitarist is. And like I said, it's Gerry Gittelson from Metal Sludge with Michael Thomas, the great guitar player,
See you guys
and
soon.
the legendary man himself, Steven Adler. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Gerry.